Welcome to this tutorial on for loops in Kotlin. The for loop is one of the most fundamental control flow structures in programming. It allows you to iterate through collections, ranges, and arrays efficiently. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to use for loops to process data in various ways. Let's start with the basic syntax of a for loop in Kotlin. The structure is simple. You use the keyword for, followed by parentheses containing a variable name, the keyword in, and the collection you want to iterate over. Inside the curly braces, you write the code that should execute for each item. This variable takes on the value of each element in the collection, one at a time. Ranges are a powerful feature in Kotlin for creating sequences of numbers. You can create a range using two dots between numbers. For example, 1.5 creates a range from 1 to 4, excluding 5. To include the last number, use 1.5, which creates a range from 1 to 5 inclusive. The loop variable I will take each value in the range sequentially. Sometimes you need more control over iteration. The step function lets you skip values in a range. For instance, 1.10 step 2 will iterate through odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. For reverse iteration, use the downTo function. 10 down to 1 counts backwards from 10 to 1. These modifiers give you flexibility in how you traverse numeric sequences. Arrays are fixed-size collections that hold multiple values. To iterate over an array, declare it using arrayOf with your elements. Then use a for loop with the array name after the in keyword. The loop variable fruit will hold each element of the array in sequence. Apple, then banana, then cherry. This is the most straightforward way to process every element in an array. Often you need both the position and value of each element. The indices property gives you a range of valid index positions for an array. Using colors.indices in your loop, the variable index takes values 0, 1, and 2. Inside the loop, access elements using square bracket notation with the index. This approach is useful when the position of an element matters in your logic. Lists are dynamic collections in Kotlin, created with the listOf function. Iterating over a list works exactly like arrays. The for loop processes each element in order. Lists can grow and shrink, making them more flexible than arrays. Whether you're working with numbers, strings, or custom objects, the iteration pattern remains the same. For each item in the collection, execute the code block. The withIndex function provides an elegant way to get both index and value simultaneously. It returns pairs of index and value for each element. Use destructuring syntax with parentheses to unpack these pairs into separate variables. This approach is cleaner than manually tracking indices and makes your code more readable. It's particularly useful when you need to reference both the position and content of elements.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.